Good evening, Zimbabwe. Welcome back to our channel, BST Electronic Surgery. So, what do we have? We have some kind of DVD player. It was booked in as no power. That's the DVD player. And it's a model VK82 ITO. I think this is a Panasonic. So let's plug our DVD player. Our DVD player is plugged. We do have a switch here. Let's try to power on. You can see I'm pressing the switch. We must have some lights here, but no lights, no life. Our DVD is just dead. That's what we have to fix tonight. These are some kind of urgent jobs. So I don't know how to waste time. Let's unplug this DVD. Let's take out all the screws. Some screws are missing, but we have few screws. Yeah, that's what we are still using in Africa. What we can do to some developed countries, this is now history, but here we are proud to be Africans and we are still using such kind of devices. There's nothing wrong. All what is needed is for you to get the entertainment that you will be looking for. So that's the inside of the DVD. What do we have here? We do have a switch here. These red wires, they are coming to the switch. That's our AC cable. And we do have the power supply. That's our CD drive. That's the motherboard. And here we do have a speaker. Okay. We have some display things here. So here we do have a fuse. So I'll move my attention to the power supply first. Okay, I think I just see the problem. Look, this capacitor. These capacitors are flat, but this one has got a bump on top. So I think that's the culprit. But before going further, let's check some other things here. Let's check. I want to check the fuse first. Fuse. Check on the multimeter. 00. What does that mean? It means my high voltage area is good. So I will check on the low voltage area. So what do we have on the low voltage area? We have some filter capacitors and some diodes probably acting as the regulator, regulating some power, 12 volts and 5 volts. Okay. So let's replace that capacitor quickly. Let's take out all the connectors. We don't want to waste time. It's now late. I have to go and rest, but you know, the issue of load shedding, mostly we are getting this at night, so I will be forced to fix gadgets overnight. And it's always good to fix at night because there will be no noise. All shops have been closed. So let's take out that capacitor quickly. That should be quick. Replacing a capacitor, there's nothing hard in replacing a capacitor. Let's do it quickly if we can. That's our capacitor, 10 volts, 1000 micro. Let's check for another capacitor from board for space. (1000), 10 volts. I just found one. So quick. That's so lucky, you know. That's our capacitor. Let's take it off. Take this capacitor off completely and replace. That's a good point to start, you know. It's good to fix what we are seeing first, and if that doesn't solve the problem, you can carry on with your fault. That's our capacitor. You can see this one is flat on top, same readings, 10 volts, 1000 micro. Let's try to replace our capacitor. How hard can be to replace a capacitor? Minus, see the marked area, that's the minus, the unmarked area, that's the plus of the capacitor. You can see the plus sign here. So this diode is on the output. Actually, it's acting as the rectifier, as the regulator to this capacitor. Probably this capacitor, they are connected on the 5 volts power rail, maybe. So let's put this capacitor back. Let's try to put our new capacitor. Thereafter we can test. Maybe it's easy this time. Just to replace capacitor. That capacitor is connected on the 5 volts power rail. So if it's gone, probably the DVD won't power on. Our capacitor is in place. Here we have some output readings. We have plus 12 volts, minus 12 volts, ground 5 volts. So let me put my multimeter. It's already on diode mode. I want to check for short on the 12 volts power rail. No short, no short. On the 5 volts, it's not shorted. So we are ready to test. We are ready to test. Let's test our DVD player. That's the speakers. That's for the motherboard. That's for the jacks on of the AV cords, you know. Let me put back these screws to hold the motherboard, the power supply. You know, switching power supply are very easy to fix. If you know the basics of how a switching power supply is working, you can fix anything. So we do have a CD already inside. So let's test. power plugged. Let's turn on our DVD. On. You can see the yellow sign. Yellow. Wait. Loading. Our disc is playing. It's rotating. Still loading. It's now playing. Of course, the speakers are not connected. You are not going to hear any sound here. Our DVD seems to be working fine. So that was just a capacitor on the output of the switching power supply, which is connected to 5 volts power rail, which was bulged. You see the capacitor with a bump on top. I don't even, okay, this one. You can see this capacitor. It's got a bump on top. So this capacitor is gone. So that was our problem. That was just an easy repair. So let's put back the top cover. We don't have too many screws here, so that cannot take our time. Let's power off for a while and put back the top cover. This DVD player just came with the 2 screws. So let's put back all those screws. Maybe tomorrow I'll look for another screw just to tighten the top cover. One more time. It's not enough just to test a device at once. You have to have assurance. One more time. Power on. Yellow sign. Loading. I can hear the sound of a disc inside which is spinning. Let's just wait. And it's playing. Our DVD is working fine. So this was just a simple one. So like and subscribe our videos. Don't forget to turn on the notification key after subscribing to our YouTube channel, BST African Electronic Surgery. See you on the next one. Bye.